In most starting towns, the biggest threat is a cellar full of rats. In Elmore, it's an aggressive, highly destructive goat named Waffles. You arrive through the tree gate. Two massive, old-growth trees have been woven into an archway, though the bark is almost entirely hidden by thick layers of competing flyers for jam tastings and a fiercely contested stew festival. The architecture appears quaint, thanks to a local initiative by Aunt Ruby to dress every building in giant fabric hats. You'll find physical chef's hats and feathered fascinators strapped to the rooftops. The air carries the scent of 85 different varieties of local jam. On the main road, a newly repaired toll-free stone bridge has merchants and their wagons flooding into the town, creating massive traffic bottlenecks. This map tracks the current pressure points across Elmore's districts. These red nodes mark where active crises are unfolding, requiring a party to navigate the town's layout while managing the erratic, competing demands of the locals. Zooming into the central district, the main gathering space is dominated by a massive wooden stage built to resemble an overturned cauldron. The stage is currently the center of a town-wide protest. A local official named Doug made a rogue executive decision to replace the traditional stew festival with a mandatory chili cook-off, a disaster for a population with zero spice tolerance. Nearby landmarks include a bakery shaped like a giant loaf of bread and the Spotted Raspberry Tavern. The tavern's draw is a proprietary glowing beer brewed by a halfling named Sorrel. It's famous for a specific side effect. Anyone who drinks a pint immediately begins burping bubbles. Beneath these storefronts, Aunt Ruby's secret society of tea makers holds clandestine basement meetings to swap illegal blends away from the public eye. Down the street, two matriarchs, Mrs. Christie and Mrs. Dare, are locked in a bitter, generations-long clan war over the superior chocolate chip cookie recipe. Between the rogue chili cook-off and the cookie clan war, Elmore's central hub functions more as a theater of social warfare than a commercial district. Looking at the agricultural edges of the town, Elmore's economy runs on a chain reaction of local accidents. The great berry shortage happened because Waffles the goat escaped his pen, broke through the town's perimeter fences, and devoured the raspberry crop. Simultaneously, the sanitation manager, Uncle Joshy, decided to solve a plumbing issue by illegally dumping industrial cleaning chemicals into a newly formed sinkhole in the fields. Waffles used the same sinkhole as a bathroom, his berry-filled droppings mixed with Uncle Joshy's chemicals, sparking a biological reaction that produced a subterranean crop of colossal, glowing goat berries. To capitalize on the harvest, a local named Geordie opened a deep-fried chip wagon, but the sudden demand for fries caused a town-wide salt shortage. The solution was found at the Tranquil Spa, a highly heated bathhouse. The saunas were rigged to collect and dry the sweat of the patrons. This bodily byproduct is bottled and sold to travelers as artisanal salt. Elmore's economy proves that in a reactive world, a lost pet and a lazy sanitation worker can compound into a disgusting global export. On the far edges of the map, the local eccentricities bleed into genuine danger. At the Pillar of the Stars, a steep rocky plateau, a 10-year-old named Jeremy spends his time daring locals to spend the night at the summit. Nearby, a man named Wilhelm runs a gift shop that exclusively sells heavy, cave-inspired paperweights. The shop serves as a front for a high-stakes underground speakeasy. Entry requires a rotating password based on obscure geological terms. Past the shop are the Plover Caves. This area is strictly off-limits, with locals reporting sightings of a shadowy figure stalking the mist, the legendary demon goat. Whether the demon goat is a real monster or just Waffles the pet on another rampage, the fringes of Elmore place deadly adventure hooks right next to harmless town gossip. Looking at the complete map of Elmore, you can see how these disasters feed into one another, creating a reacting, breathing ecosystem. Memorable campaigns don't require ancient, forgotten tombs to generate excitement. They build tension through these overlapping, chaotic community problems. Surviving a rigged chili cook-off or navigating the black market for roof hats offers as much roleplay potential as fighting a dragon. If you arrive in Elmore, watch where you step, fortify your fences, and under no circumstances ask where the salt comes from.